Hi everyone, it's Victoria here, and I'm going to talk to you about tutoring. Tutoring is that extra resource that helps the student get that information down and understand it thoroughly. So, here is the typical session. The CRLA, the College Reading and Learning Association, recommends that each peer tutor start a session with an agenda. The agenda helps you organize the session and get the most out of the hour to hour and a half time period you have with the student. So when I set up a session with my student, I usually ask him or her, what is a big trouble spot for you? So we set up a list of what's high importance and low importance so that we can focus on the high importance and if we have time, get to low importance topics. After that, I go into my lesson. I usually ask the student what learning style is best for them. Once I had a kinesthetic learner, so that meant a lot of movement and a lot of creativity on both of our parts to get the points across. But it was a lot of fun. So once we get into lesson, I kind of structure it so that I start off giving the information, and then towards the end of the lesson, the student is feeding me information. The student is repeating what he or she has learned. And that is the review. Then I repeat it. Go back to the agenda and pick another topic, go over it and review it. And I've been doing that for the past 2 years and it's worked wonderfully. Now, who seeks tutoring? Well, here's a picture of me in the ACE program. I was an RA for that program over the summer, and a lot of the students there ended up taking Italian and sought help from me. To be honest with you, anybody can seek tutoring here at Stonehill. Some colleges tailor their tutoring to academically at-risk students, but really, here, anyone can ask for help. The Center for Writing and Academic Achievement highly recommends that you schedule a session, just at least one session with a tutor if you're having trouble in the course, in any course. We all have trouble with something. Right now I'm struggling with stats. It's really tough and I don't like it. So as a tutor, I still need tutoring. It's if you need it, go for it. There's no shame. There's no stigma attached to it. People that need tutoring, people that seek tutoring, let me correct myself, are not stupid. They're just being conscientious students. Like I tell some of my tutees, there's no such thing as a stupid question. You're there to learn, and by taking that step, that shows a lot of courage and a lot of faith in your tutor and in yourself because you know you're going to get better. Now we've got to the point where it's the do's and the don'ts. Tutoring, do. Listen perceptively. Keep an open mind. Constantly assess what may be blocking your tutee from learning. And be alert for insecurity marked by overconfidence. If a student's saying, I know it, I know it, I know it, but doesn't explain how they come to that conclusion, don't be afraid to ask questions. Effective questioning is the best way to get a grasp of what the student has understood from the session. You don't want to keep talking and not know if the student has understood what you've said or not. Try not to ask questions with yes or no answers. Because, well, you don't get much from it. You either get a nod or a shake of the head. Do you understand or do you have any questions may elicit responses from some students. But these are hard questions for students to answer honestly. Really, you've probably been through it too. In class, if a professor says, do you get that or do you understand that? Most people nod because they want to get out of the class early. Those can be leading questions because the student might not understand, but for the sake of the session or out of embarrassment might nod and let the tutor go on. Here I'm going to show you a video courtesy of the BBC and the TV show The Mighty Boosh, which shows Howard teaching his friend Vince about the wonders of the wild. Howard is being a bad tutor in this situation because he's not really listening perceptively or asking questions. And in this video, you'll see Vince's not so ecstatic reaction to Howard's teaching methods. I hope you enjoy.
Now, the life cycle of the frog. The frog is an amphibian and it lays eggs in the form of spawn, which then becomes tadpole, dormant period known as hibernation. Now, the brown bear, differing from the black bear, will hibernate for up to 3.5 months. Brown bear, obviously 3 months, so don't we have a look at your notes on that one. Interesting fact about those two bears, the black bear sometimes can be brown and the brown bear can sometimes be black.